Hi, this is Editor Troxel. Today we're going to look at the SyncEvent property on an event to determine whether or not an event is out of sync with its other part, and to determine whether or not how far it is out of sync. So let's take a look at this and see exactly how this works. It might not work exactly the way we expected, but it does give us some interesting information. So let's take a look at this. We're going to be using the standard project that we have been using forever, and to do this we're going to go through each track in the project, and then on each track we're going to go through every one of the events on that track, and then we are going to get the sync event for the event that we are currently looking at. So in this case we will get TrackEvent SyncEvent equals our event dot SyncEvent, and this will tell us which event it should be synced to and how far off it is. So we can get the information, let's look at our original event. We're going to get the track index, the event index, the media type, the sync offset amount, and then scooting over we're also going to get the active take path information. And then I'm going to get a new line because we're going to add the other event after that. Now here's where the trick comes in. We need to check to see if sync event is null. If it is, then we're just going to add sync is null to that string and display it. If it is not, then we are going to add the sync event information to the string, the exact same information that we had before, the track index, event index, type, offset, and the media path, and then we will display that. So in both cases we're displaying whether it was null or whether it was not null. So let's take a look at our Vegas project. In this case I have a single clip on the timeline, so I have a video event and an audio event, and they are in sync. And so when I run the script, when they are both in sync, here's what happens. So I'm looking at track 0, event 0, which is the video portion. You can see it as video. The offset is 0, and this is the name of the file. And it says sync is null, so there is no sync event. And I click on OK. Now we're looking at the audio event. Track 1, event 0, it's type audio, it has no offset, and it says sync is null. So now let's ungroup these, and let's move the audio over. It looks like 3 seconds is what I have moved it over. So now let's run the script again. This time it says my event that I'm looking at is track 0, event 0, the video. And then it says now the sync event is track 1, event 0. And notice the video says the off sync is -3 seconds. And the audio says the offset is +3 seconds. Now when I click on OK, now I'm looking at track 1, event 0, which is the audio. It says here audio, which says the offset is 3 seconds, and then the sync event is track 0, event 0, which is the video event above it, and the offset is -3 seconds. So if we added another clip to the timeline and change these two events, let's ungroup, we'll scoot this over, so that's -4 seconds and a few frames, and we run the script again. Now we get track 0, event 0 is -3, and track 1, event 1 is the sync event at +3, just the same as before. Now we're looking at track 0, event 1, which is of type video, and it says it's 4 seconds, 5 frames off, and its sync event is track 1, event 1, the audio event, and its offset is -4 seconds, 5 frames. Then we are looking at the audio now. So track 1 event 0, its offset is 3. And track 0 event 0 is the sync event, and its offset is -3. And then we get our second audio event on track 1. It's actually on track 2, but track 1 event 1, the offset is -4.05. And then the sync event is track 0 event 1 with an offset of 4 seconds and 5 frames. Now let's do something else a little different. We'll get rid of both of those. Let's copy this. All I want is 2 copies of the audio, 1 copy of the video. You can see that the video says it is plus 904. The first audio says minus 904. And the second audio, let's make it say plus 12 now. Now when we run the script, it says that track 0, event 0, the video clip, is 904 off, and it's synced with track 1, event 0, which is minus 904. Now when we click on OK, we're looking at track 1, event 0, which is the audio event on track 2, which says it's minus 904. And then it says the sync event is track 0, event 0, with an offset of 904. Now here's where the interesting part comes in. Now we're looking at track 1, event 1, which is the second audio clip, and it says its offset is 12 seconds. Exactly what we would expect. It says it is synced to, the sync event is track 0, event 0, same as the previous one. But it says its offset is 904, which is the offset from the other audio event. So, while it will show us that both of those are synced to the same video event, we can get some interesting information that seems to be conflicting in some cases. So once we have that information, we can actually sync those events back together using the sync commands that are available to us. So we could say, for example, SyncEvent dot sync by move or sync by slip. So in this case, we could choose whether we want it synced by moving the event or synced by slipping the event. And that would allow us to go through and determine if an event was out of sync and then sync it if we wanted to put it back in sync. So there's how we can look at the sync status of an event. We can get the event that it is synced to. If it is not out of sync, it will actually return null. And so we can determine whether or not it was out of sync, and if it was, we can actually tell it to sync again. And we have 2 options for telling it to sync. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel and leave some comments. Let me know how you want to proceed here. So we'll keep adding new tutorials as we come across new topics. See you next time. Please sign up at www.jettv.com and subscribe on YouTube to get further notifications on when new videos are presented.